What's up, y'all? This your girl Toya Taylor, and I'm back with another video. This is the review of Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 4, Episode 17. The title of this episode is Some Sort of Woman. Okay, so y'all, first of all, I want to say, excuse my lighting today. I'm in my bedroom. I'm not feeling too good, so I didn't feel like getting out of bed right now, but I wanted to give y'all this review. So, just excuse the lighting, excuse the bunny. Because we bunny gang again today. So okay, we start the episode off with Calvin and Q, where we left off with them on the couch. Calvin, he was saying that he finna go to bed. Q was asking him if he wanted him to slide up in there. So Calvin, he was like, no, I ain't freaky unless it's with Sabrina. And she's a woman. So Q, he wasn't trying to hear all that. He still asking for Calvin's booty. So Calvin, he said he finna go to bed. He ain't with all that. And he head to the refrigerator thinking that that's the bedroom door. Because remember, he's drunk. Which, Calvin, please get it together. Like, you got time to walk around drunk, but you ain't even got no job, and your woman done left you, and she over there having fun with the prince. Anyways, so Calvin, he head into Maurice's room thinking that it's his room, and Q, he goes in behind Calvin. So when Maurice comes home, he notices Q wasn't on the couch. So he looking for Q. He looked in Calvin's room. He like, these bitches better not be in my room because I've been drinking tonight. So Maurice busts through the door and seen Calvin with his head laying on Q's lap. Q got his clothes off now. Calvin, he's still fully dressed. And then they got like three trash cans lined up by the bed because Calvin, I guess, throwing up from all the alcohol he done drunk. He's fully loaded. So Maurice like, what the going on up in here? Q looked at him and was like, he got sick. Okay, but that don't explain why you laying in my bed butt naked with just your briefs on. And my friend, aka roommate, has his head on your lap. I mean, why did your lap have to be involved with Calvin being sick? Why did your clothes coming off have to be involved with Calvin being sick? I'm gonna need a little more explanation than this, Q. So Q helps Calvin to his bedroom. And Maurice just looking like, what did I just see? And I'm just like, why are you standing there in shock? Why aren't you kicking their ass out your house right now? Like, what's up with it? But okay. So now we see Andy in her lingerie when Robin walks into her apartment. because remember she said that she gonna make it fun for him, okay, for getting Fatima out. So Andy, she sticks to her word. And they start kissing and they are very turned on with each other. And Andy, she got offended by something that Robin said. And she felt like he was trying to call her a hoe. So she was like, "You think I'm a whore?" And he said, "No, I think that you're strategic," and some more stuff that he said. And she was like, "Well, when you put it like that, it sounds better." So she cheered up and she pulled up some champagne, passed him over some, and they started kissing. And Robin slid up in them. So, whole time, Gary back at his office with a telescope, spying on Andy and Robin. And I'm just like, how many miles away are you, Gary? Like, I didn't know that your office was right by Andy's building. I knew that his gym was right by Andy's building, but I didn't know that his office was right by her building. But anyway, he's spying in there with a telescope and let Jake tell it. Robin in there giving Andy back shots, okay? Because all of a sudden Jake walk in. So Gary, he had to play it off real quick because he didn't want Jake to know that he was spying on Andy. And Gary, he real bothered. He real angry. Like he don't really know what to do. He jittery. He telling Jake about it, asking him for advice, talking about I spent 3 point something million on this apartment for this girl, and now she having sex with another man in there. And Gary just going through it. And he should be. So when Gary rushed out because he had to leave, I guess he had to go cry in the car. Jake, he looked through the telescope and he ain't got no chill. He talking about, dang, he giving her a back shot. Talking about, nah, that ain't right. That ain't right. So, come to find out, Robin in there beating it up. So now we see the girls and um yeah, no, now we see Karen and Calvin. Not Calvin, Lord. Now we see Karen and Aaron. And Aaron is beating the cakes up on the sofa, okay? When the girls walk in. And I'm just like, dang. I guess they had a key again this time because I mean, if not, Karen just sitting there with her door unlocked. I don't get it. Why these women sitting in their house with their door unlocked? But the girls bust through the door. And Karen was like, dang, y'all can't knock. And all they seen was ass in the air, ass in the air, ass. Shout out to Big Freedom. They seen Aaron's ass in the air, okay? And Karen, she pop up in shock. She start putting her robe on and she go outside to see what the hell they want. And whole time they coming over there being nosy, talking about did you go to the doctor today? Y'all could have called my phone and asked me this, left me a voicemail. Like honestly, we could have talked about this tomorrow. So they talking about did you go to the doctor today? She find out that Pam was the one that told them. So she was like, we'll talk about this tomorrow. Come on now. Y'all go get a life. Y'all see, I got one. One of that y'all just disturbed. So please. So the girls, they was like, okay, well, we'll just go by her shop in the morning before she gets there. And then he was like, you know, that's at 8 o'clock. I'm not getting up there early. And Andy, she was like, I do that all the time. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, you do that all the time to go to work, to go make some money. Ain't nobody trying to get up there early to go be nosy. So now we see the next day, the girls, they done made it to her shop waiting on her before she get there. So she get there and they was like, you gonna let us come in? So they let them, she opened the door. They came in and they started questioning her, asking her, did she go to the doctor? What did the doctor say? What did you find out? What's up? Let us know. So Karen, she said that the doctor told her that she was a little bit over 4 weeks, and you know what that means. So Sabrina, she calculated and she said that, okay, so this means that this was around the time you were screwing Calvin. I mean, not Calvin. I keep saying Calvin. Gotta put Calvin on that good. But this was around the time you were screwing Aaron and Zach. And Karen was like, yeah. So basically, you don't know who the daddy is. Yeah. And so they talking about that and basically telling her that it's kind of a good thing because now you can move on. If the baby not for Zach, then you can move on with Aaron because Zach has moved on with Fatima. And Danny is explaining this to her, and they trying to shut Danny up. I guess because she keeping it too real. And so Karen was like, "No, let her talk." And Danny was just telling her straight up, same thing I just said. You need to move on with the preacher man because Zach done moved on with Fatima. So get it together. And all in all, Karen, she really not trying to hear that right now because of course she still do want Zach to be her baby daddy. And she still not over Zach. She not over it. She said that, even though her and Aaron they make good love and she like him a lot, she don't love him and she's not into him like that. And I think that is because she still have hope over there with her and Zach. And I mean, the girls are right. She need to let that hope go. She need to let that hurt go and she need to move on. And you don't have to move on to the preacher man if you don't really like him like that. But you still need to get over Zach. But anyways, so Pam, she comes into the shop and she gives Karen some breakfast that she brought for her. And Karen was like, "So what, you my mama now?" She was like, "Girl, don't offend me like that. I am way too fine to be anybody's mama." And I'm like, I like Pam. She really have grown on to me. I really do like her and Karen's bond around the shop. So she was like, "You don't eat and you don't drink enough water." And I noticed that, so I'm here to make sure that you do that. And so she told Karen to go and go warm that food up and go enjoy your breakfast. And so after that, now we see, hey, he comes into Andy's office asking her how did she get Fatima out. So Andy was like, just know you're not the only person that got pulled with the judge. So Hayden think that he on top of his plan with crushing Andy and Fatima when really he about to get crushed. So Robin walks in and Hayden, he felt so uncomfortable, he left. So Andy was like, "What was all that all about?" And Robin told Andy that he told Hayden that he's gay. So they laughing about that. And he was like, "But that's not all. I got some more for him. Are you ready for these? Because we have a meeting in a minute. So come on, we finna have a little fun." So they get out there into the meeting, and they are having a meeting in the hallway. And I'm just like, all them big ass conference rooms y'all got up in that law firm, and y'all having a meeting in the hallway. But anyway, so the owner of the law firm told everybody that they were retiring. It's time for them to retire, and they're passing it over to Mr. Parker. And Mr. Parker, aka Robin, he's standing directly in front of Hayden, him and Andy, smirking, smiling, and eyeing the hell out of his ass, rubbing it all in his face. So Robin, he said what he had to say, and told everybody that if they need anything, they can always and feel always welcome to come to his office. So um, everybody went back to work, and Hayden, he stepped up to Robin and congratulating him on his promotion and everything, and the ownership, him gaining ownership of the law firm. So Robin was like, "Yeah, this should be fun, huh?" So Hayden, he in for a rude awakening, right? He ran to go call Gary to tell Gary. He was like, he was like, Robin just bought the company. And Gary was like, "What? Robin just bought the whole law firm?" And Hayden was like, "Yeah, man, he just bought the whole company." And so Gary was like, "Is he in there with Andy right now?" And Hayden was like, "Man, you ain't got to worry about that. Come to find out, he gay." So Gary was like, "Wait, he gay? When he told you he gay?" And Hayden said, "He told me he gay right after I told him that I know about him and Andy." So Gary was like, "So you mean to tell me you've been a lawyer all this time and you don't even know when somebody lying? He not gay. That brother is lying to you." So Gary had to clock some sense up into Hayden's head, and they hung up the phone. So now we see Robin back at Andy's office. She stand up and give him a little personal round of applause, and ask was she gonna see him tonight. And I'm just like, I thought you told him when he stepped into your office at first, you told him not to talk about last night up in there. And now you asking him in the same place you told him not to talk about last night in, you asking him is y'all gonna see each other tonight. Andy, I ain't got time for all that. So Robin told her, "Yeah, if you coming to New York with me." And she was like, "New York? I would. That sounds great, but I'm too busy for that." So he had to remind her about the jet once again to make her think about it. And of course, Andy gonna think about it. So Hayden, not Hayden, I'm sorry. So Fatima and Andy. Andy calls Fatima, tell her to meet her at the police station real quick for the visitation for Zach. So Fatima grabbed her purse, ran out the door. Okay. She ready to go see her boo. So um in comes Andy and Fatima. Zach, he already in the visitation room waiting on them. And they happy to see each other. She's asking him, is he okay? And they talking about hating, and she got the nerve to tell him that all that Zach did, he didn't have to do all that was uncalled for. he was doing too much. So Zach was like, "How you out of all people gonna tell me that?" And Andy was like, "Right, of course. Like, girl, you started this shit. You the one went after Hayden first. You went after him physically first. I understand he kept fucking with you around the law firm, but you physically went after him first and damaged him and his property, and you threw his daddy ashes. And now you, out of all people, got the nerve to tell somebody that they doing too much. Okay." And so, Zach, he and Fatima was up and down. They was acting all lovey dovey. And she was getting uncomfortable because they started talking about Zach was telling her how she can't be putting that thing on anybody. This all your fault because you putting that thing on anybody and you, I mean not anybody, but you putting that thing on him and you already know he can't handle that. So they in there laughing and talking about that. Next thing you know, the lawyer comes in. So Andy, she introducing them, and he asked Andy, is she the one representing for Zach? And Andy, she was like, well, something like that. So the lawyer said he spoke with Zach's probation officer. And Zach was like, whoa, whoa, I'm not on probation no more. And he said, well, actually, you're back on you got put back on probation after the arrest, and Zach had to pay the deposit for the child support. They put him back on probation for that arrest because he broke the law. And as long as he didn't break the law, he would have been able to stay off probation. But being that he got arrested again, he got put back on probation. So because of the assault with Hayden, on top of that, now Zach is looking at 10 to 15 years. So I'm like, this can't be right. This cannot be right. You mean to tell me 10 to 15? Damn. I mean, I didn't see that coming. So I'm like, okay, if Tyler Perry is coming out with the team, then ain't no way Zach finna do 10 to 15 years. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a twist to all of this, as always. It's gonna be a twist to where, come to find out, such and such was able to pull some strings, and Zach probably gonna have to do about 30 days at the max. Probably no time. But all in all, I hate that for Fatima. I know that she was really looking forward to Zach coming home, and Zach was really looking forward to coming home as well. And I'm pretty sure he will come home. It's just hearing some news like that is just, it's very tragic. It's tragic. So we're gonna see what happened on next episode, because it looked like next episode, going by the previews, it looked like next episode is gonna be kind of a filler episode. So I hope not. I hope not. And it also looked like Robin is picking up on some jealous ways, just like Gary had. He might be a jealous freak like Gary, because for one, when he come up into her apartment, he started talking about Gary, talking about some, oh, it's how you handle the guilt, because she want to do something good for him, because she say that she loves to feel like she owe him something, which I don't understand why. I ain't trying to feel like I owe nobody shit. So Robin said that, oh, that's to help out with the guilt, huh? The guilt of Gary. because y'all still together and you know you doing some slick shit behind his back. And so she was like, no, we not together. We're over and it is no guilt. But I don't even understand why, Robin. Why would you even bring Gary's name up? You for one, you just got there. She's sitting there sexy with lingerie on, body looking just right, and you want to bring up Gary, and then come on the previews, come to find out he asking Andy if she having sex with some guy that's doing her a favor. So I'm like, that sound like the same shit she was going through with Gary. Mm-mm. Oh, and another thing I forgot to bring up. Danny, big mouth ass, done told the girls that Serena is dating the prince. So now they done found out anyway. But they didn't go into details, so I guess we're gonna get that in the next episode. But we'll see. Anywho, thank y'all for watching. This is your girl Toya Taylor. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and do so. And also hit that notification bell button so you know when I come through with more videos. Until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Peace.